All right, so you want to start a business. Here's how I would do that. Mind you, I have spent $100,000 opening a brick and mortar store that has failed. I am running a virtual business. I have ventured into 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different businesses, and the majority of them have failed, and I've had a few that have succeeded and made money. And here's the recurring thing that has caused failure and the recurring thing that has caused success, and that is this. Step 1 is to figure out your market, figure out the needs. And what does that mean? That means you need to do some market research. And there's 2 ways to do that, right? I do this. One is to hire somebody that knows how to do it and can do it very quickly and effectively. The other one is for you to figure out how to do it. Why would you do one or the other? Well, you would hire somebody because you have more money than time, meaning you're working 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 hours a week. You have kids, you have family, you have other obligations, and you don't have time to one, learn how to do market research, let alone do it. This could take you weeks or months if you don't know how to do it to figure it out. So just hire somebody. If you have no money and you have a ton of time, figure out how to do market research. This is a very valuable skill. Number 2 is you're going to figure out who is your target audience. You have 2 blanket options. You have direct to consumer or you have business to business. If you're doing direct to consumer, you need to figure out who your ideal avatar is, and you can have multiple of them, but figure out each one and name them. So have a Johnny and a Susie and an Alberto and Maria. Name these different characters. How tall are they? What do they believe? Where do they hang out? Where do they live? How much did their house cost? How much money do they make? Figure out what these types of people, each single avatars, and you only need 1 or 2 to start out. Let's go business to business. How big is the organization? How much is their top line revenue? What services do they offer? Where do they service? Are they online or do they have a brick and mortar? These are the different types of questions. You literally need to go into depth about some of these things. Where are they growing? Can they grow? How much more can they grow? How do they grow? These are your avatars. So we've done market research and we figured out our avatars by asking these types of questions. Number 3 is you need to go to where they are at. Mind you, we don't have a product. We don't have a service. We don't have anything yet. We're going to go to where these people hang out. Are they hanging out on social media? Which social media platform are they hanging out on? What are they looking up? What kind of hashtags? Who are they following? So now if we figure out who they're following, let's go do a JV marketing partnership. Hey, you're following this, or these people are following you. You have this type of audience. Can I pay you $100 to do X amount of posts? Whatever. Hey, they're following this page. There's 1 million followers on this page. Can I pay this page $100, $200, $300 to do a shout out to me, and I can make some videos about this? Can I run ads with targeted interests to these groups? Can I just shoot them a DM on social media? Are they hanging out on forums? Can I just swing by their office and tell them, hey, I'm thinking about starting this thing, or hey, I'm doing this thing. Is there a way that I can do business with you? Figure out where these people are hanging out, and then create a message in order to tell them what your idea or your product or your offer is or your service, and just say, hey, these are my strengths. This is what I can do. This is what I would love to do for you. In fact, I would love to do it for free or give you this thing for free, because you're still trying to figure out a product market fit. This is where you have an idea of a product or a service, and the market has a need, and you are now taking your idea of your product or your service and you're going to the market and you're trying to figure out how you can not only make them fit together and have that product market fit, but have them fit together at a profit, because there are needs in the marketplace that are needed, but there's such a low profit margin that it's not worth doing, or it's such a high profit margin and super complex. And you want to find a sweet spot of what you can fulfill or create that meets the needs of the market, that has a built-in margin. That is how I would start a business. And now keep these couple principles in mind. 1, Amazon. Amazon started in a garage selling books. They didn't have factories and workers, right? Jeff Bezos and his partner were in a garage starting books, right? They didn't go buy warehouses. They didn't have fulfillment. They didn't have same-day delivery. They figured out what's the simplest thing that we can acquire and sell at a profit margin in order to make this thing work. And they did that over and over again with different products to different people. And then they built out the infrastructure, and then they became the biggest retailer on the internet, taking down giants like Walmart. And they're not taking them down, but even Walmart's having to pivot, right, in order to match Amazon. So these are the things that you can do. This is how I would start a business. Follow for more, subscribe, like, share, do all the things, help me out, spread the news, kick ass, take names, let's go.